Hello. One of the common questions asked to me by a lot of students and young industry professionals is how do you prepare for an analog design interview? So, in this lesson, I will take you through some of the snippets and important tips that you have to follow in an analog design interview. So, the first thing is whenever you prepare, you need to have good revision of the fundamentals of all CMOS operations. Understand what is a CMOS device, look at its definition, find out what are the devices which are present, types of devices that are present, PMOS and NMOS. Also find out what are the current transconductance or GM, regions of operation, linear, saturation and cutoff of all these devices. Also pay a lot of attention to how do you bias a device for its required operation. So some of the references that you can use to follow are textbooks by Professor Behzad Razavi, Professor Alan Alberg, Professors Gray, Mayer and the others. So these are some wonderful texts to give you the base fundamentals of CMOS work. Next, you need to understand what is the feedback analysis that is present in the operation of the circuit. When we mean feedback, what are the positive feedback and negative feedback in the design? An example of positive feedback would be an oscillator circuit where by giving positive feedback you try and maintain the oscillations and increase the voltage swing or the current swing in particular works. In a negative feedback, you would see a corrective action or a control loop being used. So a quick example of a control loop would be in a timing sense would be the phase lock loop. Another would be the delay lock loop, and in the power sense you would find that to be your band gap reference circuits or your low dropout circuits or LDO devices. Next, you need to learn about op-amp circuits. Operational amplifiers can be characterized and designed and used in multiple ways. You need to understand first how to design and second how to analyze. But most of the interview questions, they give you the circuit and you need to analyze them and give an output. Typically you would find basic three main circuits that you need to add or techniques that you need to add for analysis. One is the Kirchhoff's current law and the Kirchhoff's voltage law, which are called the KCL and KVL, which are very good in network analysis. Then comes the superposition theorem, which you understand whether you have to use device voltage sources, how many voltage sources to be used, are they dependent or independent voltage sources. So understanding these elements along with all the op-amp circuits helps you design. Some of the specific questions that they ask would be on filter design or vibrators, could be astable vibrator or monostable vibrator or voltage regulator designs. So these are the specific questions that you could ask and take through. Finally, the main set of questions, another set of questions which is commonly asked that even I do, are draw the input and output waveforms for a given circuit. And typically you would find these kind of circuits where there is a capacitor or an inductor added in the circuit. These allow you to understand when the DC gets blocked or when the current flow is hindered. So these concepts of understanding help you prepare well for analog design interview, and these increase your fundamental understanding and gives you the confidence while going attending for an interview. All the best. Thank you.